Mr. McAllister.
Mr. President, thank you for giving me the floor. Madam Vice President, High Representative, great to see you here sitting in the plenary. As we have heard this morning, the reaction to the fall of Bashar al-Assad has been relief, also at yesterday's Foreign Affairs Council, and rightly so. This dictator and his regime are responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people, far more than ISIS and all other so-called rebels combined. And indeed, the fall of Mr. Assad represents a significant loss for Iran. Assad's Syria was, alongside Hezbollah, a key component of Iran's so-called axis of resistance. Through Assad, it was the Mullah regime that was able to project its power across the Middle East. And the same far-reaching consequences apply for Mr. Putin. Beyond the blow to this axis of terror, as my colleague McAllister just named it, let us not underestimate the enormous new challenges the transition carries within Syria. The rebels are led by the jihadist militia, HTS, which is an extremist group that has its origins in the Islamic State and was allied with al-Qaeda. Mr. al-Jolani is now confronted with the enormous task of bringing peace to Syria in an inclusive process that respects the voices of all religious and ethnic minorities, whether it be Alawites, Christians, Druze, Shiites, or Kurds. Relief and concern are not a contradiction, but rather the foundation for a reasonable policy towards the realities and uncertainties of the entire region. There is also room for hope. The European Union should not allow a vacuum in Syria. Let us engage and try to stabilize the country and constructively reach out to other powers which have sway in the country. Madam Callas, I am glad to see you are already working exactly to this end. Thank you.
Dear President of the AFET Committee, nuestra siguiente